man, the sun isn't even up yet.
But I sure am.
Because no matter how early it is, who wouldn't get up this early when you can go over here and get a little breakfast with your favorite Disney characters? Look, Allie. It's Chip and Mickey. It looks like Chip and Dale are waiting for some breakfast too. Chip, good morning, Chip. How are you? Oh, look at that. It's like a family oh, she's gonna get an autograph. You're famous, Chip. You're famous. Whoa, how about that? Cheese, or actually acorns. Wow, now we just need Dale's autograph, but he's busy hovering over people's breakfasts. He's a hungry chipmunk. Whoa, look at this smorgasbord. So many things to eat here for free in the lounge up at the Disneyland Hotel. Hey, look. They even have some nuts for the chipmunks. Look at this. Here's Mickey checking up on Chip and Dale, making sure they're jazzed up, ready to please everyone.
Mickey's excited today.
So much energy. This inspires me to be a morning person. Hello, Mickey. Bonjour. Bonjour, Mickey. Ooh, Allie's gonna get a Mickey autograph in here. Oh, thank you, Mickey. He's so famous. Yet so humble and down to earth. Merci, Mickey. Merci. Look at this from up here. You can see right into the park. Can't see the castle, covered in morning fog. But that is one heck of a view. Now, of course, it's a very rare thing to be able to have breakfast with Disney characters roaming around and a view of Disneyland behind you. But it's even more rare to see Allie awake before the sun. Although that's a lot easier in France where the sun doesn't come up until 9 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, speaking of it being early and us staying in the Disneyland Hotel, that reminds me, if you have a hotel key, you can take the secret elevator down straight to the entrance of the park and get in early for some extra magic hours. Well, for us it'll be an extra magic 30 minutes because we got a little distracted upstairs. I love the smell of Disneyland in the morning. Oh, it's so wonderfully Christmassy down here. And no crowds yet. Bonjour, mon ami. It's been too long, my friend. Oh, now that is a beautiful sight. Now, of course, not every land is opened up during extra magic hours. Frontierland and Adventureland don't open until the full park opening. But you can still get in to Fantasyland. Of course, not everything opens up in Fantasyland, just a few things. But still, it's just epic being in here when there's almost no one. Oh, this is weird. Normally, Snow White is one of the few things open in the morning. Guess we'll have to come back for this one. And since Pinocchio is all boarded up for a little refurbishment, we'll have to see what else we can do. See, isn't this epic just seeing whole parts of Disneyland empty? It's a great time to get some sick pics. Oh, it's so beautiful here in the morning. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about French Peter Pan. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Even this early in the morning, even during magic hours, there's a line for Peter Pan. Luckily, this Peter Pan has got a fast pass line. Here we go into the nursery. Hi, Nana. Look, it's my Nana. Ooh, it's Peter Pan. Sweet. Look, it's London. We've gone international. Look at that, Allie. Now you've been to England. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Just like the one at home. How cool is that? Okay, we're headed out of London towards the moon up here. Second star to the right, and straight on to... Wait a minute. Why are we taking a left? Well, whatever gets us to Neverland. Oh, speaking of Neverland, there it is. They're shooting at us. Look down the volcano. Did you see that? Wow. That is so cool. Oh, here we go down to Tiger Lily. We have to save her from the tide. I love that they put all these projections down here for the water. Oh, here they are. Peter Pan fighting Hook. Wendy is walking the plank. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I love the Disneyland Paris version. Oh, look at that. Pixie dust. exiting through a waterfall. And look, there's those mermaids. I always wonder where those mermaids are. Every time I ride any other version of Peter Pan, I'm like, where are the mermaids at the end? That's the thing about going to too many Disney parks. Sometimes you start to mix them all up in your brain. Ooh, it is literally below freezing out here. Oh, look at this. They've opened up this part of Adventureland. Oh, yeah. This is Allie's first trip where she can actually ride Pirates of the Caribbean in Disneyland Paris. Last time it was still under refurbishment. I mean, I got to ride in the new version at Christmas time last year, but this trip is Allie's first time. Oh wow, look how gorgeous it is out here this morning. It's beautiful to look at, but it is freezing out here. Actually, it's literally below freezing, just like the real Caribbean. Wow, how gorgeous is that, with the sun coming up and the water making this mist here. It's so pretty out here. Just 10 more minutes till Pirates opens. Ooh, look at this. Ice has formed everywhere. A little frosty this morning, Allie.
It's okay. Just keep your feet moving. Stay warm.
Cold. Stomp your feet. Okay. I think it's opening up. Okay, the crowd is gathering. Come on, open, open. Oh, wait, she said something about technical difficulties. Oh, well, I guess that solves one problem. Oh, there's a little thin layer of ice on everything. We gotta find somewhere to thaw out really quick. Ooh, I gotta hop into Sir Mickey's here and just thaw out my hands. I love Sir Mickey's here. Mickey and the Beanstalk has always been one of my favorite Disney things ever, so seeing the house being invaded by the Beanstalk in here is totally awesome. Especially once you realize that if you stand in just the right spot, you can see the giant peeping through the window. He's a peeping Tom. Ooh, what do you got there, Allie?
Mickey earmuffs.
Oh, you got gloves, you got earmuffs. Here I am freezing. And you're just getting warmer and warmer. Yeah, that is definitely unusual for us. You don't see a lot of Mickey earmuffs in Southern California. Oh, yeah, I love the theming in here. Look at all these plush animals. Oh my gosh, they've got Dodger. That is so cool. And hey, it's Elliot! Classic Pete's Dragon merchandise and 60% off? That's a heck of a deal. Oh man, I love this place. Ooh, so many cool little details and so many cool souvenirs in here. It's only in the last couple of years or so that Disney has acquired 100% of Disneyland Paris. And now that they have full control, their merch game has definitely gone up a notch. Okay, looks like Allie is getting her earmuffs, and I just noticed the most terrifying face painting in the world. That is so scary. I don't want to build that snowman. Okay, well, Pirates isn't open yet, so I guess we'll head over to the other park. We've still got the rest of the day for Pirates to open up. Oh, and now that the sun is up, hopefully by the time we come back for Pirates, it'll be a little bit warmer. Oh, hey there, Yuri. Look, Allie. His breath looks like he's smoking. The horse is smoking! I love how he has a little hat and a little blanket on his back to keep him warm. Yuri the Christmas horse! Now that is something you don't see in the United States. Ooh, you don't see this either. Tis the old paddy wagon from the Main Street Police Department. Once upon a time, Disneyland in California did have its own Main Street Police Department, but I'm pretty sure we never had a paddy wagon. Or at least not one that was labeled. All right, let's get out of here. Might as well climb aboard. Since we're headed out of the park anyway, you know. Hey, look, we got arrested. So this is how the old-timey Main Street criminals felt. Get out of the way or we'll be throwing you back in with us. Don't give us no trouble now. I want a paddy wagon. Actually, I'd be happy just having a horn like that. Okay, we're done. See, here's the difference between this and the real paddy wagons. Because you can get out of this one anytime you want. All right, well, now that we've had our close brush with the law, we can head over to the other park. But you know what? First, maybe we should thaw out again and get me some food. See, I can handle 30 degrees Fahrenheit once I have time to get used to it for a couple of days. But when you just go from 70 degrees straight into 30 degrees somewhere, it's awful. My nose. It's so cold. Oh, Merry Christmas. I feel the heat. It was just plain goofy being out in that weather. Oh, this is how I survive. There's not very much gluten-free food in the park, but up here in the Castle Club, they make it for me. Gluten-free chicken burger with little pieces of gluten-free fried chicken. French fries, which they don't think are French. Some gluten-free bread over there. All right, back to the cold. Alright, time to head to the second park. The one I sometimes forget even exists. Luckily, it's just a very short walk away. Ooh, it's gorgeous outside today. It even got just a little bit warmer. It's now 31 degrees. So still freezing, but you know. Less freezing. Alright, it's time. Time for Walt Disney Studios Park. Allie, we finally get to visit Hollywood. I wonder if we'll see any movie stars. Ah, we're back. I really need to learn how to say that in French. Hey, look at this.
Oh my gosh, it's Goofy.
Yeah, meet and greet with... Wait a minute. That's not Goofy. It's Dingo. It's a meet and greet with Dingo. It's Dingo. Baby, the dingo ate your baby. Weird. The entrance to this park is so unusual. The first time I came to this park, I came into the entrance courtyard here, and I was looking around like, oh, okay, is that it? Is that the whole park? I didn't realize you had to enter the park through this giant sound stage. Weird. Oh, yep, here we are. Back in Tinseltown. Hollywood. Ooh, it's so glamorous. Gift shops on one side, food court on the other. Ooh, sometime we should eat at Club Swankadero. Ooh, I love this part over here. Because if you didn't look closely, you'd miss this. There's a little hidden Herbie the Love Bug in this gas station. Sweet. Alright, let's head outside. Here we go. Here's the theme park. And look, someone familiar. It's Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse, the old partner statue. This is very disorientating. Hey, look, another familiar face. The old school Tower of Terror, just like the one that's no longer at DCA. Would you look at that? Brings back memories, huh? Of course, it's got some little tarp things up there, because I believe they have a Christmas projection show of some kind. But still, the exact twin of the DCA version of Tower of Terror. We have definitely got to ride that later. They're a lot more strict in Paris about filming on the rides, especially thrill rides. So I wish I could take you with us when we ride it. But as the French cast members say, sorry, this is impossible. Now this park is going to be getting some huge expansions. In the coming years, they're going to get a Star Wars land, a whole Frozen area, all kinds of stuff. But apparently they haven't started construction yet, because a lot of the old stuff is still here. They still have the Armageddon show. They've still got the Motors Action Stunt Show Spectacular. And they've even still got their studio tour going back there with Catastrophe Canyon, etc. So fans of Florida's old school Disney's Hollywood Studios might want to come out here and check this stuff out for one last lap of nostalgia before it's gone from Paris as well. Hey, look at that! Lightning McQueen won the Piston Cup!
You did what this time?
Dude, that is pretty cool. I have never noticed this out here before. Look at that, though. He's all covered with ice and frost. He looks a little cold. He looks frozen, in fact. Do you want to build a race car? Oh, yeah, before I forget about the Hollywood Studios connections, I forgot to mention the stuff on this side. For one thing, look, they still got the old school Singing in the Rain umbrella, complete with a sprinkler up there. Is it working? Probably too cold. Maybe the pipes are frozen. Oh well, too cold for rain, I guess. Oh yeah, and I always forget this one. They got their own version of the Backstage Cafe that I never remember is here. Because it's tucked way back here all by itself in this weird corner. Also, every time I come, it's closed. You know what isn't closed though? Rockin' roller coaster. Pretty much the same as Florida, only they don't have those big flat pieces of scenery that you go through, just a bunch of lights in there. But they've still got the music of Aerosmith, so we're all good. Check this out, couple of differences. It's not G-Force Records, it's a Tour de Force Records. So I mean, it is a little different than the Florida version. But same track, overall same theme, you get the idea. Unfortunately, like I was saying, we cannot take you with us on the ride, because they're a little more strict here than Florida. So we'll just have to give you a peek at Aerosmith really quick. And I think this is where we'll have to park. See you in a minute. Just kidding, they didn't have any pouches, so they actually made me hold my camera in there. The darn French can't make up their mind. All right. Walk this way. Just give me a kiss. Like this. Okay. Oh, check this out. It's the end of some sort of Mickey Mouse show for the world's biggest mouse party. Happy birthday, Mickey. All right. Oh, pretty cool seeing this thing again. Also very weird seeing all this this again. Look at that old California-style lobby. Now it's the only one in the world. All right, we're just gonna drop in on some friends real quick. We'll be right back. Ooh, what a fun one! Oh man. Deja vu. Hey, isn't that French? I know some French. It is so weird to see the old California gift shop layout. I feel a little bit like I stepped back in time. Memories. Okay, we've seen some things that are similar to Florida, some things that are similar to California. Now let's go see some things that they only have here. Ah, look, it's their little miniature version of Cars Land. A tiny one-ride version of Radiator Springs. Black wall tires, they blend into the pavement. You need a white wall tires. Okay. I love that over here, just this one ride is like a mini Cars Land. And then right over here across Old Route 66, this photo op / meet and greet area is like a miniature Toontown. Hey, look, it's Pluto. Pluto is also technically a dingo, but I don't see any weird French sign for him. Maybe he just didn't eat anyone's baby. It's weird coming out here and seeing Toy Story Playland again. Now that we've seen the full-size Toy Story Land in Florida. This'll always be the original, though. So I'll always have to give respect to the original Slinky Dog coaster over here. Oh boy, howdy. I love this thing. What a fun one. Look at that. And how about that RC Racer, huh? Someday I'm gonna ride that thing. Someday. Looks like that ride is more fun than a barrel of monkeys. All right, last but not least, let's check out what's going on over in Paris. Ah, the Ratatouille area. They're working on building one of these Ratatouille rides for Epcot. But at the moment, this is still the only one. It is really weird coming from actual Paris and then seeing this. It basically looks just like the real thing. And the real thing is only like a 45-minute train ride away. Weird. And look at this, just like real Paris. The Ratatouille version of Paris is all set up with its own Christmas market. Oh yeah. Seems like these little kiosks and little pop-up shops are peppered all over the city of Paris. And I'm told all over Europe. Some of the ones in the city will have souvenirs or other things for sale. This one's sticking much more to the snacks side of things. So it's almost like a little French Christmas food and wine festival over here. Speaking of wine, one of the things they seem to love here is hot mulled wine with spices. I am never a fan of the smell of wine on the best of days. And man, when they heat it up, boy oh boy. The odor is muy strongo. But the strongest odor of all is up here in this booth. It says tastes and flavors of mountains. And apparently the mountains in France are full of cheese. Really strong smelling cheese. You get that strong smelling cheese and that strong smelling hot wine there. You've got yourself quite a Christmas combination. Want some? No. That is just not a smell that I am used to. I don't think we're cultured enough. My Google Translate app says that this says the recipes of the storm. I don't know what that means. But they got crazy pretzels over here. And a whole lot of sauerkraut on the biggest frying pan I have ever seen. Look at the size of that pan. Ooh, here's some party flavors. They got some really good looking Yule log, some shrimp sandwiches, a little salmon with some pancakes, and escargot wrapped up in some pastry. Ooh, those snails look a little different than the ones on the Champs-Elysees, no? Want to try these ones, Allie?
No, not really.
Again, I don't think we're cultured enough.
If it wasn't for that gluten, I would totally be eating those snails, just saying.
It is so weird how much this just feels like a little side street in Paris. The architecture and the Christmas market and the smells.
Everyone's speaking French.
You know what's really weird is that everyone out here is drinking
either normal wine or hot wine or champagne,
and yet
nobody is rowdy, nobody's being loud and obnoxious.
They're all so quiet and peaceful.
That's one thing our drinkers at home could probably learn from the French.
Ooh, look at those crepes over there.
They're so gluten-y.
It's weird how they're kind of like a really tortilla thin pancake with a little chocolate, sometimes some strawberries.
Seems like such a simple thing, but very, very popular here.
You would think it would just be a stereotype, but there really are little crepe shops all over France, and people love those things.
I do see gluten-free ones from time time to time, but they're usually cooked on the same ones as the regular ones, so I usually avoid.
This is pretty cool though. If wine and stinky cheesy are a thing,
This would definitely go down well with you.
Alright gang, well the sun is getting low in the sky.
And since it's our engagement anniversary, at least as we film this,
We've got some private dinner plans to attend to.
make sure to keep your eyes open though, because we will be back with more adventures.
But until then, that's a wrap.
We've done our duty.
We can go home.
And sleep well. Bye-bye.
He loves to bounce.
Lightning McQueen won the Piston Cup.
Hi, Buzz.
Le sergent a rassemblé ses soldats verts pour l'entraînement au parachute. Karting est chargé et prêt à foncer. À vous de jouer.
I don't understand a word you just said.
Puis Buzz l'éclair. Tout est assemblé et paré pour un amusement maximum.
Okay, I understood the maximum part.
What are you saying, Buzz?
Welcome.
Oh,
Slinky Dog, Army Men, and RC have successfully completed their preparations. Now it's up to you. Your mission? Explore and have fun.
okay, we already did this, so let's just go. Go, go, go. Stop looking. Go, 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 go.
Puis Buzz l'éclair.
Ooh, look at those crepes over there.
They're so crepey. Like scary? Crepey. Ooh. Spoopy. Not funny? A little funny?
I guess so.
Okay, I'll take it.